How you like my lips? Let me tell you this, okay? So I always put on more chapstick than I need to put on. I'm wearing CarMax today, nothing special. Because I run my mouth so much that I want to make sure my lips stay hydrated, okay? Because my lips will be dry by the end of the video half the time. But anyway, let me tell you this, my loves. Welcome, get in here. I got a message for you, baby. Let me tell you this right now. This is a message. This is a lesson. This is a video. However you want to call it. This is something for anybody who's single right now, looking for your king or looking for your queen, baby, okay? This is information in this video that's going to equip you to be able to make sure that nobody is wasting your time. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Everything that you want and desire in a partner, you can have. But here's the thing. You literally delay and deny yourself access to the very type of person that you deserve when you are giving time to people who don't want what you want. And that's what this video is about. It's teaching you about 5 signs that somebody is not ready for commitment. They're not ready for what you are ready for, all right? Let me tell you this right now. For me personally, I am very, very, very single, baby. And I'm single for a reason, okay? Because I spent most of my 20s, I'm 34 right now, I spent most of my 20s as what we call a serial monogamous, which meant that I would go from one monogamous situation where there was a couple years with this person and maybe a year with this person. I would go from one relationship to the other. I didn't have no overlaps, but I may be with you, break up with you, or you break up with me, how it ended, well, shit happens. And then after 6 months or something like that, if that, I'm in a new relationship. I never really gave myself time to really be able to grow from relationships and to be able to be introspective, to be able to say, okay, what is it I learned from that relationship and how can I apply it to the next one? So inevitably, I kept on going into failed relationship after failed relationship after failed relationship. And one of the things that kept me going into failed relationships was that I would often go and find someone and I would choose them and I would give my energy to them based on who they were as a package. So based on how they looked, based on how they treated me, based on how good the loving was, baby, okay? Because sometimes that good old loving, y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, I'm going to put it out there, sometimes sex can get in your head, okay? And it can literally affect how you view somebody. And I was making all these choices based on factors that had nothing to do with our long-term compatibility. I was ignoring the fact that there was some issues and deficiencies on that end because of the fact that I like what I was seeing in the present. And over and above all, one of the things that I would often do is I would ignore the signs and the symptoms that people were showing me that they were not ready for the type of relationship that I was ready for. I need you to hear this before I even go into the 5 traits. I need you to understand me when I say this. So some people say, well, how can somebody be dating? If they're going to date you, then obviously they're ready for a commitment. That's not the case, all right? There are people out here with literally, they date as a sport. They do it for enjoyment, okay? It's like, do I go to the bar tonight? Do I go on a date? They like doing that. They like the attention that comes out of dating. They like the sense of intimacy that comes out of it. They like the sense of companionship that comes out of it. But they're not looking for a long-term relationship. They're not looking for a commitment. They just want to go on dates, and you need to be able to identify that just to make sure that people are not wasting your time and that you're not continuing to invest your time and energy into people where a month down the line, a year down the line, 10 years down the line, you realize that they're not the right fit for you. I always say this, the people who I dated over the years, they were not bad people. I had some bad situations, don't get me wrong, but overall, most people were not bad people. What they were people who were not ready for what I was ready for. And because I did not pay attention to the signs up front, I was too focused on other things. What ended up happening to me is I ended up giving more of my time and energy than that relationship deserved. And I ended up becoming hurt as a result and frankly wasting a lot of my time. But fortunately, it wasn't a full waste of time because I got lots of lessons out of it that I'm going to share with you. So I'm going to go into right now the 5 signs that people that you can identify within people that they're not ready for a commitment. These are things that people will actually say out of their mouth, and some of these things are very easy to overlook, but I'm telling you, once you hear this list and you lock it into your own mind, it's going to position you to be able to more easily identify, oh my God, when they say, they're like, oh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag, baby. Hold on now. Hold on. Not today, baby. So listen to me real close, all right? Here's the first one. When they say, I don't know what I want. You would think that that's an obvious one, but for so many of us, and I could throw me in this. When I used to hear, I don't know what I want, baby, I say, baby, I would think to myself, I say, it's not that you don't know what you want. It's not that you don't know what you want, baby. It's that you haven't met me, okay? Because here's the thing. Once you get to know me and you get to know how I love, you get to know how I treat you, get to know how nurturing I am, how good I cook, how much your mama gonna love me, because everybody's mother loves me, okay? Everybody love your mama, your best friend, everybody gonna love me, okay? So once you get me in your words, you're gonna see that I'm what you want. It's not that you don't know what you want, baby. You just haven't haven't seen what you want just yet, but now that you've seen me, you'll figure it out. And now, baby, one thing you can't say about me is that I don't have confidence, okay? I'm confident in who I am as a boyfriend, who I am as a husband in training, who I am as your long-term partner. I'm very confident in that, baby. And so with that said, when someone would say to me, I don't know what I want, I would almost view that as a challenge, that if I wait around long enough and present myself in the best light possible, that you will eventually see that I'm what you want and that I'm what you need. But here's the problem with that. When you do that, you are completely ignoring the fact that this person has clearly articulated to you that they don't know what they want. And you cannot build a relationship with someone who doesn't know what they want. First of all, because once they do eventually figure out what they want, it may not be you. If they say they don't know what they want, they literally don't know what they want, okay? And so you sitting around waiting and say, well, eventually you'll figure it out and I'm going to be here once you figure it out. Who's saying that's going to be you or that you're the type of person that they're going to want, okay? That's the first thing. It can ultimately be literally a terrible waste of your time. The other piece of it is this, is that when someone's ready for a relationship, they know what they want. They have done the work from a mental and emotional perspective to be able to identify what they want in a partner. I'll give you an example. If someone were to ask me right now, MJ, what is it that you want? So picture, we on a date, we sitting there, I'm all kind of cute, I'm wearing my cute little outfit and everything. Like, I like this shirt. I think I'm gonna button this shirt right now, because I think it'll make my chest look better. Yeah, that looks good, okay? And you were to say to me, MJ, what is it that, what are you looking for? What is it that you want? Here's what I would say. I would say, well, you know, at this point in my life, you know, building partnership and building, you know, a long-term relationship is really important to me. I'm a family man. I come from a big family, so I'm looking for someone who definitely wants to build a family. You know, for me, I'm looking for a committed relationship. I know a lot of people do a lot of things a lot of different ways when it comes to monogamy. I'm not here to judge any of that, but for me, monogamy really is something that really is what I would prefer to do. That's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking for someone who really views a relationship as not just a partnership in terms of how we get through this world and pay bills, but we look at it as a partnership in terms of that I'm really positioning myself and you position yourself to be one of my best friends where I can talk to you about anything. So to me, I'm looking for a relationship with somebody who's very comfortable with communication about both topics that are tough as well as the pleasant topics, so that we can have full transparency and know that at the end of the day, there's nothing you can't tell me and there's nothing I can't tell you. I'm looking for somebody where literally on my best days and my worst days, you're the first person that I want to call to tell about my day and my experiences. That's what it is that I'm looking for. What about you? I can see that very, very, very clearly, okay? And for me, I used to be intimidated to tell people what I wanted. That's good. Some of y'all are like, ooh, how do I get his phone number? Don't worry about it, baby. You type in there, just let me know, say, I'm available, MJ. I'm just playing with you, but if you're cute, do that. Anyway, I used to be intimidated to tell people that because I thought that if I told people exactly what I want, I would scare them away, right? But what I had to realize was, no, the point is to scare people away who are not ready for what I want. I clearly articulate what I want because I need to be able to quickly decipher if you're someone who can give it to me. So if it makes you uncomfortable, if you get intimidated, if you don't like it, then that lets me know no second date. We're good, baby. My feelings are not hurt, okay? It's fine. Don't you worry about me. I'm going to eat my good meal, take this doggy bag to go home and watch my TV. I'm going to have a good night, baby. I'm going to be fine. Don't you worry about me, okay? And from that perspective, I need whoever I'm going on a date with, whoever I'm getting to know, I need them to be able to clearly articulate what it is that they want. I need to know that you've been thoughtful about this thing. I'm looking for partnership. You're looking for partnership if you're watching this video. You're looking for a husband, a king. You're looking for a queen, a wife. You're looking for partnership. And when you're looking for that, you don't have time to waste with people who are trying to still figure out what it is that they want in a relationship. If you don't know what you want in a relationship, then we are at two very different points of maturity when it comes to our readiness for a relationship. Nothing against you, but listen, baby, you need to continue in the remedial class because, baby, I'm in advance right now, okay? I'm ready to graduate. You still coming into this whole thing, all right? And that's cool. So when someone says, I don't know what I want, what I need you to understand is that this person's not operating at the same level of relationship readiness that you're operating from. Be okay with that, all right? If you may say, well, I really like them, I'm really attracted to them, that's fine. You grown, baby. If you want to have an adult connection with them, and when I say adult connection, you know what I mean, baby. I'm talking about a consensual adult connection where you make it work for what you make it work for, and Y'all get where I'm going with this, okay? But it's no commitment attached to it, then that's on you, okay? You grown, you got needs. So you may not want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm saying, you know, don't what they say, don't cut your nose off in spite of your face. But I am saying you need to take that person out of the category of being a potential partner. They can be a friend, they can be something else, but they are not a potential partner for you, okay? You need to be very clear about that. You need to stop trying to turn boyfriends into husbands, okay? Some men are only intended to be your boyfriend, your activity buddy. They're not intended to be your husband. Don't put them in that category if they don't know what they want. Here's the next thing, and this is somewhat similar, but it goes a little bit deeper. They say, I'm not looking for anything. I'm just going with the flow. When they say I'm just going with the flow, what the fuck does that mean? What does that even mean? I'm just going with the flow. Can we dig deeper here, okay? Because when people say that, and I've heard this from a lot of guys, I'm sure women may say it too, but I'm gay. I only know what men say because I date men, okay? I've heard this from men. I'm going with the flow. What does that mean? What does that even mean? And the reality is this: if I'm going out with you, going on dates with you, spending time with you, I'm not necessarily, here's how I view it. I live in Hollywood. I live in LA. Well, not Hollywood specifically, but I live in Los Angeles. And so, in living in LA, you know, you're very familiar with the casting process. And looking for a partner, looking for my king, I look at it like a casting process. I got a specific sort of layout for what I'm looking for in a partner: commitment-oriented, career-oriented, family-oriented, so on and so forth. It's sort of a framework. And so when I go on dates with people, I'm in a way auditioning them, okay? I'm not saying that I'm forcing you into the role, but I am saying I'm sort of seeing, do you fit into what I'm looking for in a partner? And hopefully you're looking at me in the same way. So when you say you're just going with the flow, that doesn't make sense to me, because I'm not going with the flow. I'm intentionally dating you and getting to know you with an interest in a potential romantic partnership, or at the very least with an interest in in reviewing you and getting to know you from the perspective of being able to validate within myself, will you fit within what I'm looking for or not? So when someone says I'm just going with the flow, what they're telling you is that they are not ready for a relationship. They are shooting the shit. You have something to do with their time. That maybe if they like you, they'll give you more energy. Maybe they won't. And when people say this to me, what I think to myself, and I've always thought this over the years, what I think to myself is, sure, this person may be looking for a relationship, but rather than looking for a relationship or not, the fact that they can't articulate that lets me know that we're in two different places right now. Because if you're looking for a relationship, you clearly can articulate, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for a commitment. That is what I'm looking for. You say it how you want to say it, but you can clearly communicate that sentiment. And when you say I'm just going with the flow, what I hear and what I interpret based on my experience dating, honey, and I've been around the block. People say, they say, oh child, you've been around the block, baby. I done been around the block. I built the block. I'm the city planner who planned the block and say, put the block there, baby. I'm experienced. Check my credentials, okay? I got experience with these men, okay? And for me, when I hear I'm just going with the flow, what I hear in my mind, or I'm just seeing where things, what happens, seeing where things go. What I'm hearing from this person is that this person really is not intentional about what they want. They're just kind of seeing what happens to them. And for me, that doesn't work, because I'm not attracted to that kind of man. I'm attracted to the kind of man who's intentional about what he wants. And because I know that goes beyond just our dating. That's going to go towards how you deal with things in our relationship. If we ever have a problem in our relationship, an intentional man is going to work towards saying, how do we address this? How do we make this better? If we've got a goal together as a couple, an intentional man is going to say, how do we achieve that goal together? If whatever's going on, when someone operates with intention, it's not compartmentalized. It goes through every part of their life. So when you can't even get to know me from the onset in an intentional way, then that lets me know that you're not equipped or built to be the kind of king that I'm looking for, okay? Period, dot, end of story. No shade to you, baby, but you're just not wired the way I'm wired, okay? I'm just not wired like that. I need me an intentional man, okay? Here's the next thing. Here's the next thing right here, okay? All right, I gotta find my little thing here. Where they say this, they say to themselves, they say, I just deleted my dog on the list, but luckily it is committed to memory. And so the next thing they say is, they say, oh, what was the other one? Child, I just literally deleted my damn list here. And it was good shit, so I gotta go by what I remember. Oh my Jesus. Okay, I remember the other one. All right. So the other one is this, where they say, and this should be an obvious one for you, where they say to you, I'm not over my ex. I'm blinking my eyes because that should be obvious. If they tell you they not over their ex, if they tell you I just got out of something which is code for I'm not over my ex, what I need you to do is do not pass go. I wouldn't even suggest having even just a sexual relationship with them, even a hangout relationship with them. Because here's the thing, when someone is coming out of a relationship and they are still emotionally attached to somebody, or they're still working through the pain of that, that person's very vulnerable, and they attach much faster and much easier than someone else would normally attach. And so what happens is you can more quickly build a relationship with that person, but here's the problem. They're not ready for what they're building. And so you can't be around them because they are looking for someone to latch on to. They're looking for someone to fill the space for what that relationship is no longer filling in their life, all right? So if they are not over their ex, then that is a reason number one to say, I am not going to deal with you at all. I'm done. This does not work for me. This does not work for me. I don't want to deal with you, all right? And here's the way that I communicate it, because you don't want to say it like that because they may be a very nice person you may be interested in later. Here's how I put it. What I'll say to them is I'll say, and I'm for me, I'm very, very, I'm very sensual and very sweet the way I say things. You'll see. So I'll say, I sit in front of them. When I sit in front of them, I may put my hands on their laps or grab both of their hands with my hands just to kind of hold it there. I lean in just a little bit. And I say, baby, I really like you. And I pause. I wait for them to smile. And they smile. And I said, I think you're really, really special. But I know that you just came out of something. And as much as I would love to get to know you, become closer to you, become intimate with you, the reality for me is that I know I'm very vulnerable too. And if we do any of this stuff, I'm gonna get really attached. And my concern is that if I get attached too soon, and you're not ready to fully attach to me because you're still working through your ex stuff, that's gonna push me away. And that could hurt our ability to ever have a relationship. And so for me, what I would like to do is make a proposal. Is that all right with you if I make a proposal, baby? And he said, yes, okay, make a proposal. I said, all right. So my proposal is this, that we put a date on the calendar, 90 days from now, to check back with each other. We're gonna check in with each other. I'm just gonna call you, you call me, we'll see where we're at, You kind of let me know what you're feeling, I'll let you know what I'm feeling, and if it makes sense to maybe kind of re-engage at that point, we can do that. But I have a request for you in the meantime. They can be sitting there. You say, my request is that I wanna make sure we're ready. So why don't you consider maybe trying counseling or therapy for the next 90 days, just to kind of help you start the process getting over your ex. I think that'll be just really helpful. That way, when it's our time to really get to know each other, we'll know that we're both ready and we can fully invest our energy in one another. Does that make sense to you why I'm requesting that? You don't ask them, do they agree? All right? Does that make sense to you why I'm requesting that? You see why I asked them that? And when I say, does that make sense to you while I'm requesting that, that puts them in a position to empathize with why I'm requesting it. Doesn't mean that they have to agree with it. And they say, I guess I get why you're requesting. Well, baby, share with me. I know you may not fully agree, but at least tell me why you think I'm requesting that. And they're going to inevitably say, well, I know you don't want to get caught up and blah, 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 you don't want to be a rebound. That's exactly why, baby. I just don't want to do that. I like you too much and I'm way too vulnerable to do that. And I know that you wouldn't want me to be in that position either, would you? No, I wouldn't want you to. Okay, baby. Give him a good old kiss and say, I'm gonna run, but we'll catch up a little bit later on, okay? You gotta go fast, baby. You gotta go fast. You can't let them do too much talking, because then they be trying to convince you, they be trying to rub up on you and everything like that. And before you know it, you waking up the next morning and you still with this person. I've been there, baby, okay? And you know, it's not a good thing, okay? So if they tell you that they are not ready that they just got out of something or whatever it may be, then what I need you to know is that this person is somebody that you need to give them, I say, a little holding period, a moratorium, so they can get themselves together and y'all re-engage later. I got my list back. I looked into the deleted folder, okay? All right, so here's the next thing, all right? If they tell you, I really want to take it slow. Now, this can go both ways, okay? Now, for me personally, I'm not a take it slow kind of person. I'm not wired that way, okay? For me, if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. It ain't no middle ground. It don't take me 55 dates, you know, and all that kind of stuff for me to determine if I like you or not. I think that's total bullshit, all right? For me, if I like you, you're going to know that. That don't mean I'm going to jump in a relationship with you or jump into bed with you quickly, but it does mean I know if I like you, all right? And if I like you, I'm the kind of man where if I like you and I know I'm really into you, I'm not dating nobody else. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm just exclusively committed to you, but that means I'm during even the courting phase, you got my attention. Because my thing is I want to make sure I got no distractions so I can know if we're going to be a fit for each other or not. If I realize that we're not a fit for each other, then hey, it's game on. I'm back to dating. But for that period of time I'm getting to know you, you got my attention, okay? That's just how I'm built, all right? Now, I don't always expect that from other people. That's how I'm built. So with me, I pay very close attention that when people say, I just want to take it slow, because I've experienced in my life that some people say I want to take it slow because they sincerely want to take it slow and get to know you, and that's a beautiful thing, because I think that's a wonderful thing. Nothing wrong with that. It's actually a good and healthy thing. But some people say I want to take it slow because they are looking for a way to justify not making progress, okay? And so they'll say, I want to take it slow, I want to take it slow. Meanwhile, y'all ain't moving forward. Meanwhile, it's 6 months, 7 months in, a year in, and you ain't got a commitment. I just want to take it slow. Meanwhile, it's a year in and you ain't barely met their friends. I want to take it slow, and meanwhile, y'all going down this pike and y'all together for years and you ain't got an engagement ring nor a marriage, okay? And baby, that's not acceptable if that's what you want, you know? And so for me, when somebody says I want to take it slow, here's the key question that I like to ask someone when they say that. I say, okay, baby, I hear you when you say you want to take it slow. Slow means different things to different people. Could you share with me a little bit more about what slow means to you? Like, give me some actual examples about how you want to take it slow, because if we do get to know each other, I want to make sure I respect the pace that you want to take. Now, I don't raise my eyebrow, but that's what I'm doing in my head, like, go on and talk. And then they can say to me what that means. And, you know, some people may say, I want to take it slow, meaning, you know, I don't want to have sex too soon. Cool, that's fine with me. Some people may say, I want to take it slow, meaning that, you know, I want to spend a lot of time together, but I want to make sure we also have time to spend with our friends. Because, you know, some people, they get in a relationship and before you know it, they ain't spending no time with their friends. Trust me, I've been there, done that, you know. And so some people want to take it slow, meaning that I want to make sure I still have time to spend with other people in my life. Cool, okay, that's cool. So you need to ask them, what does taking it slow mean? So when someone says, I want to take it slow, it's not a red flag that they're not ready for a relationship. What it is it is an indicator that you need to understand what slow means to them. Because what you don't want to do is engage them and end up being at a standstill where you're not moving forward at all. Here's the fifth and final thing that you need to pay attention to that people say that often is a reflection that they're not ready for a relationship, all right? And this is sort of like the I'm not over my ex one, but it goes a little bit deeper into this. When they say, I'm talking to someone or I'm in a relationship, okay? Listen. You can't be over something that you still in. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't care how good the man look. I don't care how good the woman look. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how good they treat you. I don't care how good their bedroom loving is. I don't care how much you enjoy being around them. If they are in a relationship or emotionally engaged with someone else, call it what they want to call it. They are emotionally engaged with somebody else. You don't need to give time to them because they cannot attach to you. In my opinion, it is impossible for someone to be emotionally engaged in the process of getting to know you if they are still emotionally invested in somebody else. If that worked, I ain't seen it work yet, okay, baby? That's not how things work. They need to be able to be emotionally invested in you. You are nobody's consolation prize. You are no one's bronze medal. You are nobody's lady in waiting, okay? You are somebody who deserves to have someone who's fully emotionally available to you when you are emotionally available to them, okay? So you need to pay attention to that, all right? Pay attention to that. If you have a feeling that somebody's in a relationship with somebody, ask them, okay? And pay attention to your instincts. If they tell you that they dating somebody else, they try, you know, sometimes people try to be real slick. Well, I'm just kind of getting to know somebody else. If it's worth them mentioning the other person, then it's an attachment over there, okay? And what you need to do is pause and back up, because here's the problem with dating somebody who's still with somebody else or invested in somebody else. You can date them all you want, but here's the problem. You end up dating them, and then in dating them, even if they leave that other person, you'll never be able to trust them. Don't fool yourself, baby. Do you think that you honestly going to expect that this person is going to be faithful to you when they couldn't be faithful to the person that they were with beforehand? And they try to always justify, well, the person, we grew apart, or, you know, we still got kids together, or what is it? Or, you know, we don't even have sex no more. Then why are you with them? Every time they say any excuse, then why you with him? Then why you with him? Then why you with him? And because here's my thing, tell me all excuses don't justify you still being there. You still there. And to me, I'm looking for a king who can make solid, independent decisions. So if you can't make a strong enough decision for yourself to get out of a relationship that's not working for you, then how can I expect you to have the kind of character that I'm going to need in a king to be able to make tough decisions when we're in a relationship? I won't be able to expect that kind of character out of you. So that's the fifth and final thing that you need to pay attention to. If someone says they're in a relationship or attached to someone else, that is a clear and obvious sign that they are not ready to commit to you. So what I always like to do is a post notification shout out. Today the post notification shout out goes to Myra J. Thank you so much for blowing up my notifications and constantly commenting on my posts, and on my page. If you want a post notification shout out, then blow my page up. Comment. Turn on your notifications by clicking that bell over here and clicking the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. What I want you to do is tag someone else in this post who you think can benefit you, and let me know any other signs or traits that you've recognized that may show that someone's not ready for a commitment. All right, folks, thanks my love for watching. I got other videos coming for you that will only exclusively be on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe.